Hello and welcome to a new video. Today was my first day in Sri Lanka. I'm in Colombo and it's also the day I got almost scammed. Let me talk you through it and how to avoid it. I was actually filming another video which will be out soon, and from the side of my eye I saw this guy trying to cross the street to get to me.
Germany.
Let me play the clip for you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You too. You're from Sri Lanka, yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Frankfurt, Berlin, Munich, Hamburg.
Oh, I'm near Munich. Near Munich, yeah.
But it's in 20 years in
Really?
Frankfurt.
Amazing, yeah.
Nobody comes to you from Germany.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of my hair? Yeah.
And here you see why I almost fell for this scam. He seemed like such a lovely guy at first, and he really struck a personal conversation. He asked what part of Germany I was from, what my occupation was, how old I was, and then he told me about himself and his own life, which I thought was really genuine.
You look very good. Your children? Right.
At this point he asked me how old I thought he was, and I said 50. He said, no, I'm 58. Then he told me about his wife and his 2 children, his cousin who lives in Germany, and I really thought we had a good connection. Also, and this is the part of the scam, he told me that there's a festival going on. There are some festivities that are only happening at this day. And at first I thought, wow, I got really lucky here. But then it all started to appear a bit fishy.
What is the elephant ceremony?
The ceremony?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ceremony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
When you do ceremony,
Is it only once a day?
once a day.
I mean, wow guys, how lucky must I be that this guy approaches me right at the exact same time when there's an elephant ceremony about to happen, and it's not sometime in the morning when you would expect it to be, but it was some random time in the afternoon, which was a bit weird. And he told me that it was going to be at a very nearby temple and that it was only a short walk. So I was like, okay, you know, what's the worst that can happen? I might give him a couple hundred rupee and it's going to be a good video because we're going to have some engagement. But oh no, I was wrong. All right, guess we're following him.
Yeah.
That's how you cross a road in Sri Lanka. Yeah, traffic lights, just a suggestion. Oh, this?
Yeah.
What is this?
It's pretty evident what he was doing. He pointed at the temple as if that is where the elephant ceremony happened, and I thought, hey, I was probably wrong. This is a good guy who genuinely wants to show a tourist his city. However, we walked past the temple and did not go inside, and that's when I really knew this was definitely a scam.
No trouble.
Alright, that's a newspaper building. Advertising, yeah, very cool. Colonial, beautiful, white. Nice.
Okay.
Also, can we talk about the way he tries to stop traffic like Superman? Unfortunately, in this story, he's not a superhero, but the evil villain. Definitely quite the character, but we're gonna follow him. Apparently there's an elephant ceremony here. Let's see. You can see it in my face, I was getting fed up with that guy because he had essentially hijacked my video and was trying to scam me. At this point I had realized that it was most definitely a scam, and we were just walking. He was giving me a free city tour and I didn't know how to get out of it. So I just continued to walk with him, but in the next scene I also asked where we were going. I started to confront him, and this was the beginning of the end.
And where are you bringing me? Yeah, over here? So you say it's a temple? It's a ceremony at this particular time.
Okay, must be very lucky. He must have realized I was starting to get antsy and annoyed because he was panicking in the scene. He was looking around trying to find tuk-tuk drivers, collaborators essentially in his scheme to help him out. Because obviously he's not working by himself. This is a whole operation, and there are many collaborators, many people, many tuk-tuk drivers that are in on it, in on this scam. And in the end, that blue tuk-tuk that you see in this scene was his collaborator. That's where we ended up going, and this is where the final stand happened. Watch, guys.
No, It's okay.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry,
It's okay.
sir.
I know it's a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. I know it's a scam.
Honestly, this guy should have become an actor because his innocent face, when I told him to his face that I knew it was a scam, is hilarious. But this is how it works. He tried to get me into the tuk-tuk, and then the tuk-tuk driver would have probably driven around town and then charged me a horrendous amount of money. Or maybe he could have brought me anywhere, and I don't know what he could have done. That's the thing. I don't know how far this scam can go and what the implication of it are. But there was no way in hell I was going to get in that tuk-tuk. Ever.
Yeah. Huh? I can't come in here. I'm sorry.
There you go, guys, and that's a Sri Lankan scam right there for you. I obviously played along because I knew what was going to happen, but yeah, very interesting. They tell you something interesting is happening at the temple, that it's happening right at this particular time, and that you're so lucky, and then they put you in the back of a tuk-tuk, and you go somewhere where they scam you. So obviously I'm not going to get in the tuk-tuk. So that was a great example of a scam here in Colombo. Actually, part of me wanted to go in the tuk-tuk because I wanted to see what happens. But obviously I can't justify getting scammed for a video. So yeah, we're going to leave it at that. That's a pretty cool one. Now we're going to go back in the city and I'm going to show you how common this scam is, because as an obvious tourist like me, you'll get approached a lot. So yeah, also more guys were coming after me when I said, no, it's a scam, I'm going to leave now. And they were all trying to convince me to come back. But yeah, it's a big scam, big business here in Sri Lanka. First he brought me to this temple and I thought that this is where it's gonna happen, but no, he continued walking, and that's when I knew, okay, that's definitely a scam. Obviously I could tell you guys, okay, avoid this man, but it's not just that one guy who's trying to make a living off it. This is a big business here in the country, and that's just how it is. Look at that cool bus though. I love the city, but yeah, this happens and you need to be aware of it when you come to Sri Lanka. But the video concept right now for me is I'm going to walk around and I'm going to see how long it takes somebody else to approach me and try the same scam.
I'm just walking. Peta. I know it's right here. Okay, thank you.
Tuk-tuk drivers can also be quite aggressive here. As you can see, they all come towards you and they try to get you in their tuk-tuk, but obviously that's not really a scam. That's just how they operate. So, yeah. Fort railway station though, very pretty.
Shop is the Muslim, they close.
Okay.
Only Hindu, Chinese, open.
Okay.
They are closed.
You're from Sri Lanka?
Yes.
Okay. Kandy, oh, nice.
Sri Lanka, Germany now the summer, no?
No, winter.
Winter time.
Yeah.
But we have no this problem. We have this problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's snow. We have 8 months in the sun.
Yeah.
4 months the rain.
I'm including this guy in this conversation in this video because I'm not sure if he tried to scam me or not. When I said I had to go, he let me go without any protest and any hesitation. So I'm not sure. And that's the thing about Sri Lanka. There's so many lovely people who just want to talk to you. And then there's the scammers. And that's why it's so difficult. You don't want to have your guard up just because you're going to miss out on such nice, lovely people. And this guy might be one of them. I'm just not sure.
Sri Lanka is Colombo is too hot. You go Kandy.
I'm going to Kandy in a few days.
Kandy is the green city. Look for the ice. It's good. You can see a lot of the tree.
Alright.
Colombo,
Thank you. I need to go though. I need to go. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Have a good day. Bye bye.
I don't know if that guy tried the same scam on me, but possibly, because he also tried to get me into a conversation and walked with me, but he didn't offer to bring me anywhere, so I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comments, guys. But you see how common it is to just have people around you at all times in Sri Lanka. So that's just how it is, and you just have to be vigilant at all times. You have to protect yourself, protect your money, and then you'll be fine in Sri Lanka. It's actually a really cool country. I love it. So don't get me wrong. It's not I'm not bashing Sri Lanka in this video. I just think it is a bit of a shame that some bad apples are trying to take advantage of tourists when tourists are actually bringing benefits to the country. But with that, I'm going to end the video here. Let me know what you think of the scams in the comments. Please also like the video because it helps me with the algorithm. Please subscribe, and I'm going to see you all very, very soon in the next one here from Sri Lanka. Bye for now.